Hello everyone. In this video I will be giving a demonstration of my 4-bit Redstone calculator in Minecraft and attempt to explain briefly how it works. So let's begin. Well, first of all, this is the control panel. It inputs two 4-bit numbers. Each switch represents one of the bits, and the associated values with it, 8, 4, 2, and 1. You make your number from the combination of those numbers. For example, 5 would be 4 and 1. Pretty simple. And there's two of them. To do subtraction, you flip this switch, and then this number is a negative. So, here is the display. As you can see, it only goes up to 19 as a maximum because I didn't make this a 7-segment display. I was lazy with that. So for now it'll only go up to 19. Anyway, let's begin with some addition. Let's do 5, which is 4 and 1, or in binary 0, 1, 0, 1, plus 8, or 1, 0, 0, 0. And look, it's correct. 8 plus 5 is 13. Fantastic. I'll do one more example just to show that that really works. My apologies for the lag. My computer's pretty awful and it's pretty resource demanding to record a video and play Minecraft at the same time. Anyway, let's do 6 plus 4 equals 10. Okay, now subtraction. Start out with the first number on this side being the positive. We'll do 12. Let's do minus 6. And that should, of course, equal 6. And the display shows 6. And one more. 8 minus 4. Equals 4. Fantastic. Now I'll give a brief explanation for each part, try to explain how it works. The switches are connected to these wires that are connected eventually to the adder, which is below, but it has to go around this decoder. So I go above it and then around, and it goes down here. These lines right here represent the inputs going into the 4 adding units. This is a 4-bit adder, all combined. It takes in 2 4-bit binary inputs and outputs, 1 5-bit binary output, because it has the carry for the 16, or the 5th bit. And the unit I'm standing on here, when activate, inverts the signal for the numbers which were on the left side of the control panel. They need to be inverted. These are activated when subtraction is activated, and this needs to be inverted in order for subtraction to work, and it also has 1 carry into the first adder, because in binary the negative of a number is equivalent to the inverse plus 1. That's 2's complement. So that's how that works for subtraction. But otherwise it's just normal addition if that's not activated. Here, these 5 lines right here, not that one, are the is the 5-bit output of the adder, which goes down here or around there and into the encoder, which is this mess right here. Very complicated. What the encoder does essentially is splits up each signal into the original signal and the inverse of that signal, and basically each line is used to compare the signals, and if there are certain relationships between them, it will know that it's the decimal number. It essentially is used for translating the binary into the decimal equivalent. For example, this is 4 because the binary input is 4. So this light will go up into the decoder, or rather over here, which I will show you next. The decoder. If the signal is activated like the 4 is, which is this one over here, that's why this one is off. It turns off this signal, which turns on these torches, which essentially sends a signal to this display to turn off the segment represented by each torch. Each one of these lines on the ground represents a segment on the display, and by turning off and on certain segments, it will display certain numbers. Anyway, in order to show 4, you deactivate these the segments corresponding to these lines. It activates the lines below them, which travel through these lines back into the display, where they activate or deactivate the segment depending on the signal. Anyway, that's about it. It's not too complicated, mostly just a hassle to build, especially considering I didn't use any mods, meaning I had to collect all of the resources used for this myself, with some help, and mine out this entire room by hand, which was quite a pain. For my next project, I intend to build a fully programmable computer, but that's not going to be for a while because, once again, I'm going to do that without any mods. Special thanks to Spitfire54 and Epic Spawner for the help they did with this. It would have taken a lot longer without them. Anyway,